Hi, good morning. Welcome to my channel. I am Raven, also known as Gorgeous Gold. I would like to just begin by saying thank you so much to anyone who's continued to support me as I started my new YouTube channel. And if you are new and would like to join me on my journey, please hit that subscribe button. I'm coming to you today to do an Attracting a Life Beyond Your Dreams. To my new video series. This topic is going to be in regards to friendships and connections, because that has been a major theme in my life at this time, and so I'm pretty sure a lot of us can gain some guidance on that. So yeah, I'm going to use a variety, a mixture between tarot cards and kind of just personal experiences to work with you guys so that we can gain the knowledge that we are meant to gain, because this is what I'm being guided to do today. I would like you guys to go check out my other Attracting the Life Beyond Your Dreams, which are in regards to love and abundance blockages, and just join in and let me know. I know I haven't been on these as much as I should have been with traveling and everything, but starting this week, I am getting on these more frequently throughout the week. So I'm going to go ahead and begin the video by saying, please place a bubble. I would like to ask the universe to please place a bubble around me and anyone tuning into this video. Fill that bubble with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. Alright, I'm so glad that you guys are tuning in with me today. I also will be eventually adding individual love readings for the zodiac signs. So those are things. I'm just trying to come out with content that keeps people interested and wanting to embark on this journey with me. So guys, I have a sense and an inclination that at this time, the universe is removing a lot of friendships from our lives and bringing in our soul tribe. So with friendships being removed, it's hard because, you know, these are people that you thought were going to be your friends forever. These are people that you had hoped, 5 of Cups, as I'm saying that, these are people that you thought would be your friends forever, and they all of a sudden left you out in the cold or left you high and dry. And so yeah, friendships are a difficult topic. Friendships are harder to me to end than a relationship, because oftentimes you and your friends, you know, you've shared secrets, you've gone through things that even your significant others may not know about. And so when you lose a friend, it's hard. Also, when you have no friends, it's hard. That is the Page of Pentacles. And so, yes, we'll get 2 more cards in regards to this before we jump right in. King of Swords. Alright, and then the 8 of Swords. Okay, so basically in the area of friendship right now, there are things happening in your lives and in the lives of a lot of people where they're losing connections that they were once so attached to and thought were going to bring them so many years of joy and sunshine. And the thing of it is, most likely those relationships have. Just because a relationship ends or a friendship ends doesn't mean that the good times have to go, you know, down the drain. It doesn't mean that what they've done to make you happy before has to now just be thrown and tossed out of the window. No, this is saying that you guys have experienced something with your friends as of recently, and this has left you feeling left out in the cold, left out in the dark. Maybe your friends hid something from you, or a friend hid something from you, or maybe a friend that you thought you can trust started to tell your secrets or tell your business, or maybe they seen that you guys were taking different paths in life, and you've noticed that they're not as happy for you as you had hoped that they would be, or that they're not supporting you, or you guys have completely just grown apart, but you've tried to continue the friendship. You've tried to keep that friendship, but by keeping it, you're blocking the other friendships or people that are trying to come into your life that are a part of your soul tribe and that are waiting for you to meet them. These people are literally out there. It's that person at the store that you were waiting to talk to, or it's that person that keeps sending you messages on Facebook and for some reason you feel like you should message them back, but you never do because you're super shy. So this is basically saying it's time for us to get out of our comfort zone, because what we once had has now fallen to the wayside and kind of just left us high and dry. Or for some reason we've had to let those friendships go, and it feels lonely when you don't have friends. It feels lonely when you're not making connections with people of your own gender, you know, because you can have your significant other and you can have your family and you can have your siblings and stuff, but at the end of the day, everybody is seeking connections with people that are similar to them. Everybody wants those friends that, you know, you can go on a girls trip with, or a guys trip, or that you can just call up and have a drink with, or, you know, go smoke a blunt with. Like, everybody wants those people that they can connect with in a different way. And so losing the source of that, especially if it is somebody that you've built a relationship with for a long time, is very difficult, and it's hard to move forward from. But the universe and your higher self are here to tell you that slowly but surely you need to be paying attention to what is in front of you, because there are new beginnings ahead. And I say this in every aspect of your life, but that is literally because the energy around is newness. So I feel like you're being guided towards your soul tribe. You're being guided towards those people now that are going to bring you the endless friendships that, yes, you're going to have your ups and downs with them, but they are ultimately going to be the people that are healthy for you and that are going to help you get towards your pentacles, and that are going to help you focus your energy differently so that you are able to move forward in a higher way and into a higher vibrational way. I have a personal story about this, and basically I grew up in Colorado Springs. I'm pretty sure I've shared that before on this channel. I'm pretty sure I've shared the stories of my friends before on this channel. But I never quite fit in with the people that were there. I never really fit in with the people that I was around. And that was because I was a girl with, like I've mentioned before, low self-esteem, insecurities, fears, doubts. I didn't think I was pretty. And, you know, I'm surrounded by all of these light-skinned people and stuff because Colorado's very, like, mixed race. And basically, if you're not, you know, a light-skinned woman, or you're not playing basketball, or you're not popular or something, like, there was no space for a dark-skinned nerd to make it. And so I grew up without a lot of friends, period. And then when I moved to my new school, my new middle school, I actually dated a guy that was pretty popular, and so I had the chance to switch over and kind of gain more friendship and gain that popularity that I had longed for. And that led me into being a bully and trying to fit in and being something that I wasn't. And I look back at that now, and I'm grateful for every experience that I've had, because obviously it shaped me into the person that I am. But I was not happy making fun of people that were doing the same thing as me. But I craved friendship so much that I thought, well, this is who I have to become now. And so some of those people that I grew up with doing those things with, they continue to be my friends into adulthood. But the more I continue to come into myself and evolve into the person that I wanted to be, I realized that I didn't resonate with the people that are making fun of others. I don't resonate with people that are, you know, unhappy with their lives, so they're projecting all that onto somebody else, or that are always in drama and fights and all that. Like, that's never been who I was. Like, I've never been that person. And so as I've evolved and accepted that I am the person that I am now, and this is who I'm going to be until I die, like, that's always who I'm going to be. I wanted to, and I do still to this day, choose and want to surround myself with people that are similar to me, people that are not into drama, people that are not into fighting, people that are trying to grow as a person and create, you know, changes for their family, changes for themselves. I want to be surrounded by people that are striving to do better and not be obsessed or constantly trying to pull somebody else down because they're down. And you know, I've never felt comfortable with the people that I was with in Colorado to be out of my spiritual closet, or to just move the way that I wanted to. Like, legit, I would spend my weekends, and this is all the way through to 14, I will be honest with you guys. I would spend my weekends in my room, journaling, reading, and playing with dolls. I will be 100% honest. I was a nerd, and I also was very sheltered as a child. So I didn't feel the need to be out, and my friends were over here worried about having sex and sneaking out and getting drunk and stuff, and that was not me. I never had an interest in that. My grandma scared the crap out of me, so I knew that I wasn't trying to be out and about doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing. Yes, did I want freedom? And at the time, what they were doing looked cool, so I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, you know, I never snuck out, I never made out with a boy when I was younger and stuff, but I was doing it strictly to fit in, as I'm sure a lot of people can resonate with that. And so as I'm evolving and dropping those relationships, which were very hard relationships to cut ties to, it took me moving to another state, to Kansas, to actually be able to fully embrace who I am and to release those friendships and release those relationships that did not serve me. And so to this day, from my hometown, I speak to very few people, and the people that I do speak to are people that I feel are evolving, and so those are the people that I could keep in my circle from there. And so I said all this to let you guys know, like, when you continue to step into your truth and focus on what is true for you, the universe will match you with that. Because I've said it before and I will say it again, the friends that I made when I moved to Kansas, the friends that I have made when I moved to Kansas are lifelong friends. Like, I discovered what real friendship was through these women and through these connections that I formed. Even through these men, like, honestly, I've built friendships now in my life that I would have never known before. Even my husband feels that way, because the people we were talking to in Colorado and that we were surrounding ourselves by or with we were using them for popularity and what we thought was coolness, and also just to get out of the house because everybody wants connections, and they were using us for rides and money and, you know, whatever they can get, our home, because we were the first ones to move out in our group. And so, and for me, I was a nerd, so people would use me because I can do homework. Like, I was just, yeah. So when we moved here and we discovered real friendship, proper give, proper take, and just the love and stuff, you realize that you don't need to be surrounded by those that do not love you, for one, for you, and for two, that are not on the same wavelength as you and that are not growing the same as you. And so the King of Swords is out here. The King of Swords is about being truthful firmly in your truth. Being truthful and being firm in that truth. So this is literally saying that the universe is bringing those to us that match our truth firmly once we continue to match our truth firmly. You can't keep bouncing through life, and this is for relationships, jobs, every aspect of your life. You cannot bounce through those aspects of your life trying to fit in or not being true to yourself and expect that other people that are being true to themselves are going to come to you. No, you have to be true to yourself, and the more that you do that, the more that others will be true to you too. The more that you will be surrounded by people that are trying to be on the same level as you and that are interested in the same things as you. But how will you know who those people are if you're not truthful? If you don't go outside and say, you know what, I do Reiki, I read tarot cards, I meditate every day, multiple times a day, I'm super into mind. Like, if I didn't go out and introduce myself and in truth, if I didn't go out and introduce myself in truth, then how will I meet those other people that are too into meditation and are too into, you know, the spiritual practices and stones and Reiki, and even if they're not into that, because that is not to say that every friend you have has to be into the same stuff as you, but you have to have the same common values, I feel, to have a successful relationship. So you can't have a friend that is constantly, you know, wanting to go out and stuff if that is not who you are. So yes, it's cool to have those friends that do bring you out of your comfort zone. I'm not saying to only keep friends that keep you in that comfort zone, but also don't have friends that are super low vibrational and judging you every time you don't want to do something that they want to do, or every time you're standing up for your truth and speaking who you are and they're like, oh no, or they're judging you. Or like I said, I had friends that are always fighting and arguing and talking crap about people and stuff, like super low vibrational. I've never liked that. I really have not. Like, I would do it to fit in with them, but I did not want to. I've always felt bad about it. I still to this day send apologies and love and light to any person that I've ever offended or talked about or done anything negative towards, because that is just speaking negative energy in, and I was not happy with myself. I was not in a place of love and happiness and respect. So therefore, I was projecting that and teaching other people the way that I wanted to be treated, which was talking crap about them and judging them and sitting there doing all these negative things, you know, and then being sad when somebody was doing them to me, because they still were. No matter how much I would bully the next person or try to fit in with that next person, it still didn't fill the void that I had. It still didn't fill the fact that I was a dark-skinned girl getting made fun of, that I was never fitting in with my friends, that I was unhappy, ultimately. So I said that to say, like, now that I know my truth, I can't be in anything but my truth. I can't even go around the people that I used to be around, because I still talk to them. So when I say I dropped them out of my life, I don't mean that, you know, I don't wish them well and that I don't still check in on them, because these are still people that I love. And anyone that knows me knows that if I love someone, which I'm sure a lot of you guys will resonate, if you love somebody, you don't just, you know, drop them. It's harder for you to do that. But I do not talk to them at all nearly as much as I can, maybe a couple times a year for some of them, or I haven't talked to some of them at all, but I still can see them on social media. Or, you know, I'm saying I talk to them a couple times a month, but it's not on a regular basis because I just don't resonate with it. And so I'm going to tell another story that actually is in regards to the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is being bonded and being blinded. The Eight of Swords is being stuck somewhere you don't belong, being stuck somewhere you don't fit in, being in an energy that is not that of your own, and losing your power to others, giving away your power. And so I was in Colorado a couple months ago, and I went to go see one of my old friends, and the whole time I'm there, I'm thinking about leaving. Like, it felt like I'd stepped in a time machine, and I was back in middle school and high school, and we're gossiping and we're talking crap about people and stuff, and I'm just listening to the same stuff that we were doing then, and it was triggering me, triggering my skin. And I know a lot of you guys are going to resonate with this. Like, when you're back with your friends that you grew up with, probably in your hometown, because a lot of people in their hometowns, for some reason, you know, if you get stuck there, you're going to see the same people. And so we're talking and we're moving around and everything's happening, and I'm just ready to go home. Like, that's all I keep thinking about. I want to go home. Even this time when I went to Colorado just this weekend, that's all that's on my brain. I want to go home. These people, I am not better than them. I am them. But the difference is I want to do something different. I can't do that anymore. That is not me anymore. And so I go there and I'm drained. Physically and mentally drained, because it is the same thing over and over and over again, to the point I spent Friday night crying in the car to my husband, because I'm like, babe, these friends, these people here that I talk to, they're still the same, and I am not. I am not the same. I was never that person, and now I can't even be around them, and it's making me feel as if I'm a bad person because I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to talk to these people anymore. I don't want to keep those relationships around because they're unhealthy. And so I started to beat myself up because I'm like, am I being stuck up? Am I being rude? Am I being this? Am I being that? And I had to sit with myself, and I had to meditate, and I had to burn sage, which I did a lot of this past weekend. And as I'm sitting with myself, and as I'm meditating, and as I'm burning the sage, I realized, Raven, little Raven, this is what I told myself. Little Raven, you are not a bad person because you have grown. You are not a bad person because you cannot pretend any longer to fit where you do not fit. You're not going to try to fit the square into the circle anymore because that's not who you are. And so the universe has brought me into contact with members of my soul tribe. When you make those connections and when you have those friendships, you can't settle for anything less than that. And that's just the truth. And I feel like I'm sharing these stories and sharing this experience with you guys today because we're all in a space now where if something does not resonate with our soul and move our body in a different way, we can't be there anymore. We can't sit with these people and these things and these situations. And when I say these people, guys, do not make it sound as if I'm saying, like, you know, I'm saying we're better than them, because we're not. Obviously, these are people that we love. Obviously, we're connected to everyone. But just because you are connected to everyone does not mean you resonate with everyone, and does not mean that you want to stay stuck in low vibrational energy. You have chosen to heal and do the work to heal yourself and better your life. Do not ever feel bad for that. Do not ever feel bad that you have to drop baggage. Every person was not meant to go along this journey with you. And in fact, you couldn't take everyone with you even if you wanted to. It just doesn't work that way, because eventually everyone shows their true colors. And a person that was pretending to be your friend, or that you were pretending to be their friend, eventually you guys were not matched, because you can't always go through life pretending. And if you do, you'll live a very unhappy life. And so I was bound to my conditions. And I was stuck there for so long, and I was unhappy, and I was depressed a lot when I was home. Super depressed, super sad, super lonely, all the time. And this weekend when I was there, I felt that all over again, but in a different way, because back then I felt those ways, but I would pretend. I would pretend so that I can still keep these friends, so that I have to stand. I pretended so I didn't have to feel this. The Five of Cups, left out in the cold, sad, lonely, afraid, scared. So I would pretend just so I can at least have those connections, because in my mind, an unhealthy relationship was better than no relationship. And so this weekend, being back there and being surrounded by the same people and being surrounded by the same situations in the same neighborhood and the same memories and the same everything triggered me, because now I am here. And now I am lonely again. I'm feeling all the same ways. But this time, I cannot pretend. I can't go to that friend's house that I don't resonate with anymore and just sit there and chop it up and listen to the gossip of the week and the month and everything. Just keep listening to the same shit that I listened to when I was 14, 15, 16, even 17. Like, I can't go sit there and listen to that now. I can't go smoke a blunt with these people that only ever hit me up, you know, when I would reach out to them, or when they didn't have any weed, so they, you know, you let me text Raven and see if she want to smoke, because I don't have any. I couldn't go be used again. I couldn't pretend. I could not be anything other than who I am. And so it felt really lonely there. And I found myself wanting to slip back into the old ways a little bit, wanting to, you know what? And I even vented to one of my friends about this. I talked to my husband about it. He's like, babe, I've been telling you this for years. Like, stop trying to fit there. But I talked to one of my friends about it, and they're like, hey, well, you drove all the way out here. You should just, you know, make the best of it and go see all these people and just, you know, you're just going to visit them for yourself, not for them. And I thought about that, like, no, because for myself, I will be drained if I go visit them. I will be sad and more sad and lonely in a room filled with people that I don't resonate with than I would if I just sat in this car in the mountains by myself meditating. And that's just me. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys feel that way. You would rather be alone than be in a room filled with people that you don't resonate with. Or you think that you want to go be around these people, and then you go and you're ready to go back home because you realize, why did I come? I'm tired now, I'm drained, I don't feel right. And you guys probably didn't even know, or maybe you did. But when you are around people that you don't resonate with, that is when you are drained and you're tired and the conversation is dead and you're not vibrant. Like, I know you guys have been to a place or a situation with friends or your family even, where you're sitting there and they're talking, but you don't resonate with what they're saying. You're ready to go home. You feel drained. You feel tired. You feel angry. You feel depressed. Out of nowhere, your body is just like shutting down. That is your energy telling you, this isn't your tribe. This is not your tribe. So move away from the friendships that have left you feeling this way, blinded from the truth and tied down, and start moving towards these friendships, the conscious, healthy friendships with people that are more aligned with this, your truth, because that is what we all are seeking. Let me pull one more card for us, for our overall friendship. Like, Queen of Wands. So the universe, like I just said, is bringing you towards your soul tribe. The Queen of Wands is a intuitive, spiritual being. And that is the energy that you need to embody. Even if you're not super spiritual, you need to embody being super intuitive and being super honest, because those are the friendships that are going to help you grow and make you move further along in life than any friendship that is low vibratory and negative and dead weight. It is time now for us to let that go and truly sit in our truth. Truly sit in our knowing and in our confidence and in our power that the universe is working and conspiring in our best interest. And friendships, guys, are super important. I'm not telling you to go through life as a hermit and go through life, you know, never opening yourself up and putting yourself out there. In fact, I'm telling you to do the opposite. Put yourself out there in complete and utter truth, and allow your soul tribe to find you. Because when you find those friends, as I have, and I love you guys, you all know who I'm talking to if you are watching this, which I'm sure you will. I love each and every one of you because you guys loved me in a way that I've never experienced before, in a healthy, in a give and take way. And so I appreciate that. But that was my fault that I had never experienced that before, because I was never true to myself or to those other friends that I had. And so now is the time for you guys to move into your truth. And honestly, it is time to release and close out those relationships that leave you feeling drained and leave you feeling like you're not good enough. We don't have any space for those. All right, everyone. This has been your Attracting the Life Beyond Your Dreams. I'm so excited to do this video series with you. I hope that you guys resonate with this and that you really take messages away from this and that it provides you some guidance and some support. With much love, with much light, with much blessings, I will see you guys again this week. Sending out all my positive thoughts and just Reiki healing and vibrations. Thank you so much.